All right. Welcome, everybody, to today's lesson. And today's Friday, so we are live on YouTube because every Friday at 8 a.m. New York time, we go live on YouTube, and every Monday at 8 a.m. New York time, we go live on Facebook. Today is Friday. It's the end of the week. Some people, oh, and Marina's wearing the same shirt as me. Cool. So today's Friday, and it's the end of the week. It's also the end of one of our sections of our intermediate program. So today we're going to review some of the things that we talked about in the last lessons. So first of all, I should say hi to everybody. Hi, Barbara. How are you today?
Okay, thanks. How, Chris? I'm fine. Yeah.
It looks like you're in a place with very big grass.
Oh, it's not. It's artificial background.
Artificial?
Yeah, because I am at work at the moment. Yeah, so if I didn't choose this option, then I would have you my laboratory. Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
All right. So, is Friday a happy day for you, or it's just another day? Some people love Fridays. Do you love Fridays?
Yes, I like Fridays. Yeah, but anyway, it's because I have 2 days free. Yeah. But I can tell you something. If you want to have 2 days free, it means if you have to do something today, to do it tomorrow. If you want something to do tomorrow, do it the day after tomorrow. Then you will have 2 days free.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. Great. Gigi, what about you? Do you have big plans for this weekend?
Hi, Chris. Hi, everyone. I have just one plan because here in Netherlands they started to. If you go to go shopping, that you should make a reservation at the store.
Wow.
And I did. I made a reservation for tomorrow. It's something that quite strange, but yes, that I have to stay there only 30 minutes, and it's my exciting plan because it's my first day at the store after we have a lockdown here in Netherlands.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a very important day, very important event.
Spending money. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. Colleen, how are you today?
Hi, Chris. I'm very nice because it's Friday.
So Friday is an important day for you. It's a fun day.
Yes, it's an important day for me because we have 2 free days, and these days are for relaxing.
Great. And do you have any specific plans for this weekend?
One of our friends is going to celebrate tomorrow her 40s, so we have a party tomorrow.
It's her 40th birthday?
Yes.
That's fun. So you have a fun weekend ahead of you.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. Nirvana, what about you? Do you love Fridays, or is Friday just another day?
Hello. For me, this Friday is just another day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's not a special day? It's not the beginning of the weekend?
No.
Okay. Is there another day of the week that is more important for you?
No. All the days is just one more day. Normal day. Yeah.
Okay, I understand. Great, thanks. Amira, do you love Fridays? Hi.
Hi, everyone. Yes, Friday, a special day for us. Um, I work in this day special work, and I do all my housework and uh, um, and watch what I want in TV. Um, yes, I like this very much.
So you only have to do housework and watch TV. That's good. Very relaxing day.
Yes.
All right. Marina, what about you? Do you love Fridays? Are Fridays special?
Hi, Chris. Yes, Friday is a special day because this is the end of work week, and in the end of Friday, you can relax, don't think about next day, like work day. And
Mhm.
I'm going to find a jeans of my dream this weekend.
Jeans?
Yes, to spend a little money, a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And maybe because we haven't any special events, maybe we will
You don't
create
have?
something.
You don't have any
Yes,
special events?
yes, we don't have any special events this weekend. So my husband is going to organize something like roasting meat outside because he loves to do this.
Uh-huh. Very cool. All right, Aisha, what are your plans this weekend?
Hi, Chris. Hi, everyone. Actually, I don't have any plan because, as you know, I live abroad, so I don't have friends or anything like that. And in the past Friday is special for me, but now because it's the quarantine, so it's as another day. And I have some topics to study, so I focusing on studying than to do anything. But
Okay.
because I think after tomorrow we have Mother's Day. I need to make more party for my mother because she lives with me now.
Okay, great. So you have
And
a busy weekend ahead of you.
yes, it's a little bit because I have to make space for this Friday, and I need it to be special for my mom because she will come traveling after maybe 2 weeks. So I need to make a special day for her.
Okay, that's great. Thanks. Aida, what about your weekend? What's happening this weekend? Where's the party?
Hi, Chris. Hi, everyone. No party this weekend because my weekend is day when I work. So today I don't work because I'm somehow sick. So I sit at home today. That's why I'm
Oh, I hope
here.
you feel better.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So tomorrow I have a performance. And then the next week I have performances almost every day, 5 performances a week. So I
Wow,
need to recover now in order to feel better and have good performances.
that's great. Okay, well, I hope you feel better soon.
Thank you so much.
All right, and Abdo, how are you today?
Yes, Chris, over the moon. How about you?
Great, great. So what do you think about Fridays? Are Fridays a special day for you, or is it just like every other day?
No, Friday is so special because we have to take some rest, and also we pray on Friday in the big mosque. So after we pray, I can meet with my family and we can discuss about the food, because usually on Friday we have special food. So today we have some vegetables with duck. So guys, you are invited to taste and to eat with me for free. I think also on Friday I watch mini movies. I play with my kids. So last night I slept. I slept so late. So I watched 3 movies, and I want to ask about a specific name, Unhinged. So what is the meaning of that name? Maybe they type someone out of control or psycho, something like that. No,
Sorry?
no, I will type it.
Okay.
Unhinged.
Unhinged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe.
If a person is unhinged, it means that they lost their logical mind.
Out
Right?
of control.
Out of
Yes.
control. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. I actually I enjoyed the movie. He acts very well, and I think Russell Crowe in this movie he has splendid works, marvelous works.
Uh-huh. Oh, you liked his acting in this
Yes.
film? His
No,
performance?
he is not acting. He is out of control.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so the name of this film was Unhinged, and this means out of control, or he lost his mind, right? It's an adjective. Usually this adjective is not about a person, though. Usually this adjective is about a door, and a door has a hinge. The hinge is the part where the door connects to the wall, right? So if we open the door, there's some metal pieces in the door, and this is the hinge. So unhinged is like when you take the door off, when you uninstall a door, right? You would unhinge the door. So that was the name of the film. Yeah, great. So with some of you, I was asking, what are your plans for this weekend ahead? I was using this word ahead, right? And the opposite of ahead is behind. And both of these words, we can look at them like this. They have a prefix. And this a prefix that we usually pronounce and the b prefix, these just mean that we are in this condition, right? In this place, in this situation, in this condition. So hind is about something back. We might say, for example, if you're talking about a dog, the dog has 4 legs, 2 legs in the front and 2 legs in the back. So the back legs are the hind legs, the hind legs. So hind is always something in the back. We also have a phrase, an idiom, hindsight is 2020. This is an English idiom. This means when you look at the past, you always see perfectly. You have perfect vision. You have perfect sight, right? So So you can look at a situation in the past and you can say the right way to do it. But it's hard to do this in the present. In the present, it's hard to say this is what's right and this is the decision. And in the past, you can look at we can always look at the past and say, that's not right, this is right. And so when a person does this, you can say, yes, hindsight is 2020. It means when you look back, you always know the answer. You can find the answer when you look back, right? It's perfect. You can see it perfectly. So this is where we use hind, like back, right? Hindsight, looking back. In fact, the word behind, usually this is an adverb, right? It tells us some information about a verb or about an adjective. But behind, it can also be a noun. His behind. What does this mean? It means his butt. His butt, or maybe you know a different word for this. In English, this is a bad word. I'm going to say it, but if you don't like bad words, you might have to cover your ears. It also means ass. Part of the person's body that they sit on. You sit, and this is the part of the body that touches the chair, right? So behind. You might hear someone in a film say, sit on your behind. Sit on your behind. It means sit down on your butt, on this part of your body. Great. So head is the same. Head means something that is in front, right? So we have the verb to head somewhere. To head somewhere. This means to move in that direction. For example, I need to go to the shop. I walk out of my house. My neighbor sees me, says, "Hey, where are you going?" I'm heading to the shop. I'm in the direction of the shop. Right? So it's about forward. It's about moving forward. Another example of this is in your car, you have different lights and you have two bright lights, right? Two lights. Sorry, there might be more than two lights in the front of the car, but the two main lights, these are the headlights. In the front of the car, right? In the back of the car, these are tail lights. Head and tail.
Chris, can I say hind lights?
Hind
lights.
Someone might understand, but usually it's tail lights.
Okay.
Or back lights. Usually someone who doesn't know much about cars might say back and front lights. And someone who knows more would probably say headlights and tail lights. Great. So last time we were speaking about work and jobs and employment, and I just wanted to check on, there were some things that we did not talk about. For example, at the end of your job, what happens? We talked about the beginning of the job. We talked about having a job, right? But we didn't talk about the start and the finish of the job. So when it starts, we can hire someone. To hire someone, and at the end of the job, we can fire someone. Hire, it means give someone a job, and fire, it means take away a person's job. It's important that fire, it means take away. A person does not do this to himself or herself. It's not a decision that they make. It's a different person's decision. Sometimes we use this verb to fire someone, not only about when we have a boss and a worker, but also when we have two businesses that work together, right? So maybe Coca-Cola and Pepsi have a contract, and one day Coca-Cola says, we don't want this contract anymore. We don't want to work with you anymore. Coca-Cola fired Pepsi, right? So it could be like this between two companies, or even with just a company and a client. For example, if you have worked somewhere, you've probably found a client who's rude, aggressive, something like this. And maybe you say, I'm not going to work with you. What happened? You fired this client, right? So somebody decides that you're not going to work together anymore, but it wasn't you. You didn't make this decision yourself. This is what it means, right? To fire. So we have hire and fire. But there are some other situations that happen too, right? Like to lay someone off. To lay someone off, which is also in British English to make someone redundant. This is British English, American English. So this is when maybe the company isn't making a lot of money and they don't need so many workers, right? So it doesn't, maybe these workers are good and they didn't make any mistakes. They're not fired. Usually somebody is fired when they do a bad job, but they did a good job, but the company now can't continue to have their job and can't continue to pay them. So the company lays them off, right? Or makes them redundant. So that's how we usually speak about this. Another situation that might happen is to quit. And fire and quit are very different. Quit means that the person who's working decides, I don't want to work here anymore, or I don't want to do this anymore. Or not about work, when we're playing a game. Have you ever played a game with someone and in the middle of the game, the person says, I'm not going to finish playing. This person quit the game. So this is what quit means. It means that they decide that they will not play anymore. They will not work anymore. But when we fire someone, it's not the worker's decision. It's the boss's decision.
Chris, what is the second form of this verb to quit?
It's irregular. It's quit, quit, quit.
Not quitted.
No.
Quit, quit, quit.
Quit, quit, quit.
Okay.
So we would say, yesterday he quit. And we can say he has quit many jobs. And this person who always quits things, he is a quitter. A quitter. So if you're playing a game with your friend or her relative and they quit, you can say, hey, don't be a quitter. Don't be a quitter. Or maybe you're in a job interview and the boss asks about some project and you say, it was very difficult in the beginning, but I'm not a quitter. Right? I don't quit. I don't give up. I don't stop. Not a quitter. Great. Maybe you can think of some other, oh, good. Abdo has written here in the chat, dismissal. Yes, we could dismiss someone who is working with us. This is also another word that could be like fire. It would be less, fire is very strong, right? Like this person did something really bad and we will probably never work with them again. So if you just dismissed someone, then maybe it doesn't imply, it doesn't tell us that they did something bad. Maybe they did, maybe not. And Abdo wrote this word, downsizing. Yes, this is really good word too. Downsize. To downsize. This is about businesses usually. This is when businesses become smaller. So the business is going through some process of becoming smaller. It's downsizing. Or maybe they want one part of their business to be smaller, right? They might say, we're downsizing our factories. We're making our factories smaller, for example. Downsize can also be about when you, it can be about your house and how you live. For example, my grandparents, when I was younger, they had a successful business and they had a big house and with lots of rooms. And now that they're very, very old, they prefer to have a smaller house. It's easy to clean. They don't need lots of extra things. So how do we describe this? They tell us we are downsizing, right? We downsized, like we moved from a bigger house to a smaller house. So it can be about this situation too. Great. What else might happen? So Abdo, maybe you can think of some other work situations that usually happen when a person's starting or finishing work.
Yes. So Chris, sometimes I can say I'm off today. So I don't have to work anymore because I finished my job. So I'm backing home and maybe tomorrow I will be off because it's a holiday or a vacation for me.
Yeah.
To resign. Yes, that's too bad. If you resign sometimes, maybe unless if you got a better job.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So Colin wrote this in the chat asking about these two words. So yeah, resign is similar to quit. But the difference is that resign is more formal. Resign is more formal. And when you want to quit the right way, usually you resign. There's a process for this, right? You need to submit your letter of resignation. Submit your letter of resignation. Yes. the letter of resignation is the letter, the piece of paper that says, I quit. And usually in established, in big companies, you need to give your 2 weeks notice. To give your 2 weeks notice. This is another phrase that we can use to say that I quit my job. For example, your friend says, oh, why are you so sad? Oh, today I gave my 2 weeks notice. Today I told my job that I will stop working in 2 weeks.
Oh, Chris, we can say it as well, sack, no?
To sack, this is
Got
another one.
sacked. That means
That means to fire.
fire.
Yeah, to sack. This is an A. Great question. So yeah, sack and fire. This is like it's like more aggressive than resign or other things, right? Another one that we could say is okay. So right now we talked about sack, fire. This is when the boss decides this. Resign, quit. This is when the worker decides this, right? We also said to lay someone off or to make someone redundant. This is when we don't have jobs and maybe it's a good worker, but now the company has some problems and we cannot have this worker now. But there's still one more term. To let someone go. Let someone go. And this is the decision of the boss. This just means we can't work with you anymore. We need to let you go. We have to let you go. Sorry, we are letting you go. This means we don't have work for you anymore. Maybe it's because they did something bad. Maybe it's we don't have any jobs. It doesn't tell us. Right? It just says that we're not going to give them work. We're not going to continue to give them work. Abdo has a question.
Yes, so Chris, in some situations when we are working in a place and we don't like it, we ask them, I want to leave. So we can say, if they accept, finally, they set me free. Is it right and is it accurate?
They set me free?
Yes.
So like, it sounds like the person was in prison, right?
Yes, yes.
at this work. So
I had heard that in some movies. They don't like to work with that boss. So I asked for a resignation and they finally accept. So I told my family, I'm grateful. They said it. So is it accurate?
Yeah.
Life or almost? Yes.
Yeah. This sounds, I can imagine hearing this in a TV show or movie. Yeah.
Yes. So is it so formal or maybe it's a plan?
Yeah, no, it's not formal. It's fine in conversational English.
Yes. Thanks.
Okay, great. So let's also, okay, it looks like Alia has a question. Alia, you'll need to turn your microphone on. Hi.
Hi, Chris.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks. What about you?
Great. So it looks like
Okay,
yeah, what's your question?
okay, in some situations we can use destroy, work destroy.
Destroy?
strike. Strike.
A strike.
I wrote it in the chat box.
Yeah. To go on strike.
Yeah.
Or just to strike.
Yeah.
Good. This is a good example. Another situation that we didn't talk about. Thanks. So to go on strike means when the workers say to the boss, if you do not change something, then we will not work. All the workers together stop working and they tell the company, if you don't change something, then we will not work, right? Like maybe they want more money, or maybe they want some different hours, or they want something changed inside of their work, or, right? So this is called a strike, and to go on strike. The workers went on strike. Or sometimes we just use the verb to strike. The workers are striking. But usually it's to go on strike. Great. About letter of resignation, there's a lot of different ways that we can talk about giving someone our documents. So let's look at a few different ways that we can do this, right? Like we can submit a document, but we could also tender or put in, or these are some of the main ways, right? So we could say to put in your letter of resignation. To put in your letter of resignation. This means, again, to give the letter of resignation to the person at the company, right? To submit, to send, to give. We could also say to tender your letter of resignation, to tender your letter of resignation. This means to prepare a document, to tender a document, to tender your resignation. We don't use this verb in many situations, but this is a special one. So we use this especially when we're talking about a big important person, like maybe the president is going to quit his job and he can say, I'm tendering my resignation, or the CEO of the company, or right? Maybe there's some bad story about him in the news, and the newspaper is writing a story about the situation. They say the CEO has already tendered his resignation, like already prepared this document and said that he was going to quit. Yes, and tender, of course, has another word. It means soft, another meaning. It means soft, right? But this is a verb, to tender, and that's an adjective, tender, that means soft. So we might talk about tender love, like soft, nice, sweet, kind. Or we might talk about tender meat, meat that's very soft and you don't have to bite or chew a lot. Tender. In fact, there's some instrument, some tool that you can use in the kitchen to make meat tender, right? It's called a tenderizer in English. A tenderizer. Yeah. Cool. So we talked about work in our last lessons. We also talked about shopping. And I want to know, this is my question for everyone who's here with us today. After the pandemic ends, will you use a travel agent, or will you just travel on your own without a travel agent? Is a travel agent a real job now? Is it a realistic job to have? I think it's very difficult at this time to be a travel agent. But when you travel, do you usually go to a travel agent's office? Do you go to a travel agent's, or do you do it yourself? Aida?
We travel with my mom together, so we don't go to travel agents. We travel just by our own because it's cheaper than going somewhere. So, for example, if we go in summer, we begin to plan our vacation in winter, and we are searching for different hotels and places to visit. That's why, no, we don't use the help of travel agents.
Okay, great. Amira, what about you? Have you ever used a travel agent?
Yes, I use it, but I prefer reservation during online booking.com.
Uh-huh.
This site is good for reservation, hotel, flight, and flight. Yes,
So booking.com is like your travel agent now.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. Okay. And sometimes I want to travel by uh, um, my plan or myself, shopping by myself, planning. Um, yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Barbara, let's go back to the grass. Barbara, so
I hear you now.
there
Okay.
you are. Okay. Yeah. So what about you? Have you ever used a travel agent?
Just it happens 2 times only, but usually I do it myself. I really very carefully prepare my journey, and I usually do it. I have a group of friends, and I do it for all of us. So we go together. But anyway, I prepare it very carefully. I first read a lot of books about the country when I want to go there, to know the customs of the peoples there, and then the guides to know which places are the most interesting there. So this is prepared everything very, and my friends said me, you are better than agents, than travel agency, because really everything is prepared perfectly. So they said to me that you should stop your work and try to run a travel agency. Yeah, no, it's not. It's a joke, but anyway. But really, it was successful. You know, for example, 2 years ago, we went to Armenia. You know Armenia? Yeah. Okay. And then when I read the guide, I said, oh my God, what we will see there? There is only churches. It's a really huge history there, of course. But if you look at the guide, then you see these churches are perfectly located, beautiful places. It's really interesting to see. But, you know, we are people who like to hike, also hiking. So it means we wanted to see something more. And we really, and our friends ask us what we are going there, because you will see only the churches there. But we did really a lot of fantastic places, because we organized it but ourselves. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. Yeah. So in which situation do you think it's better to have a travel agent?
I think it's when it's very. I think when it's very difficult to organize it by yourself. There are some such can happen in such situation. For example, when I was in Australia, yeah, and then I had no possibility to organize the trip by myself there. So of course I took to go to Outback. Yeah, for which I used the travel agency. Yeah, to Alice Spring and to Uluru, this famous mountain, holy mountains of these people. So it's okay. It's like this. But usually,
very cool.
I prefer to do it myself.
Yeah, that's great. Wow, thank you. Let's see, Gigi, what about you? Have you ever used a travel agent?
Yes, I used to do that, but I think nowadays it's quite easy by myself, and because you can check everything online, you can research it. You have Google Map. You can see the location of your hotel. You can research if you have a good public transportation. You can see everything. That is not necessary. You invest money that just you look for exactly that you need for visit in that city. I think, yeah, now you have everything that you want on Google.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you think that it's okay that travel agents are losing jobs, I think, and losing business to Google and other places? You think so?
I think so. I think they have to renovate about that kind of job, maybe invent something new for attract new guests. Because nowadays I think it's not necessary anymore. Yeah.
Abdo, what do you think?
I think it's depend on many items. If you want to travel to near something or a place near to your city or in your company, you have enough information about places you want to go, and I think you don't have to use a travel agency. But if you want to travel to maybe outside, travel abroad, and I think if you want to have a special program, you don't have enough information, and it depends on maybe the budget you have. If you have limited budget, or if you want to spend more money, if you want to enjoy yourself. So many things, I think. Also, maybe if you have special plans for the trip. So I think it's important to have a travel agency because they work in a professional way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do you think that it's more...
You don't have to use it, but if you want to have special program, so you must use it.
Great, thank you. So now I would like to ask everybody who's here, Gigi, Marina, Aida, Amira, Aisha, Kalin, Nirvana, Abdo, if you have any other questions for today, any other questions about this topic or any of the other topics that we talked about, or just about something in English, you can ask any question. Yeah, Abdo.
Teacher, it's an expression, it's not a question. I had heard about it, and attending this class with Chris and with the classmates, you just made my day. So I'm very happy. Yes.
Good example. Let's talk about that. To make someone's day. To make someone's day, it means that you make them have a good day. You helped them have a good day, right? This was a great moment in their day. So we can tell the person, you made my day. Or, oh, Marina, I see. Hey.
Like in a school. Chris, how to say correctly, I join class or I join to the class?
Join the class.
And attend the class
In the class.
without to.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, great question. All right. So it looks like there aren't any other questions. Oh, Nirvana has a question. Okay.
Is correct speak the sentence the woman like wears shirt short.
Okay, say it again. The woman
Wears short or short like short small.
short.
The clothes short and short small.
Okay, the woman was wearing short shorts. Short shorts. Very small shorts.
Yes.
We call them short shorts. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Good question. Great. Okay, thank you, everybody. The next lesson will be on Monday at 8 a.m. New York time, and we will be live on Facebook. Thank you, everybody who joined the lesson today from YouTube and everyone who joined us live here, and have a great weekend.